Right, hi everybody. Hope you're all good. Friday, 2nd of February 2024. We're going to take a look at the weather forecast for the weekend, but more importantly, the changes that are likely to be happening next week. Yep, snow will be in the forecast, and we're here to track it. So, without further ado, let's move it all along. It's very mild across many parts of the UK this afternoon, and there's mixed fortune. So, this is the scene over in Killarney in the west of Ireland. Look at that, beautiful mountains, lovely clear skies, a bit of mist over those mountains. If we move over towards Scarborough, a beautiful afternoon there. Really are some mixed fortunes. A lovely day in Scarborough and very mild. I'll come on to those temperatures in just a moment. Down in Plymouth on the Hoe, it's all looking a little bit cloudy, perhaps a little bit of drizzle in the air as well. And then if we just push up towards Glasgow, it looks like you've had a few showers. The skies look quite dark up there, but it is relatively mild. Right, the snow has melted. It's very mild. This is up near the top of Cairngorm, or should I say, up on Aviemore, up that way anyway, around about 800 metres. Temperatures are above zero this afternoon, and a thaw has taken place at all levels, right up to the summits. Right, Annockmore, normally you're a minus, but yeah, you're at 4.2 this afternoon. But these are your coldest stations across the UK. Even those are up to sort of like 9 degrees. But the real story today, as I've mentioned, is the mildest. Top of the hots, Aberdeen Dice, 15 degrees. And yeah, many other stations, especially towards the east and the northeast of the UK and some areas in the south. Very mild indeed. I notice also 14 degrees at Aboyne, 13.4 at Charwood, 14 at Lossiemouth, and 13 at Exeter. So, yeah, the mildness is spread far and wide across our lands. And if you want a spring scene, well, this was Aberdeen this afternoon. Beautiful, sunny skies, 15 degrees, almost spring like. But changes are on the way. Things are going to be changing quite rapidly. We're going to come on to that in just a moment, but we just look at the weekend's forecast. So, as we see at the moment, we've got rather a lot of cloud across the UK, but it is mild. What we've got at the moment is we've got high pressure to the southwest of the UK, low pressure to the north, and we have got a situation where we've got these very mild southwesterly winds, but there will be fronts in the flow. Right, changes later on in the week. We'll come on to that in just a moment. But this weekend, you've got some fronts. Firstly, you've got a weak cold front that's pushing down across the UK tomorrow. That will then kind of halt tomorrow afternoon across the southern Midlands, and with a bit of cloud, drizzle, stuff like that. Showers across the north. But then on Sunday, that front returns as a warm front, pushes north and turns things very mild. So we'll have a little look at the weather that plays out. But I'm just going to show you the. This is a mini version of the problem that we are getting in the south in getting cold air. This is, as I mentioned, a bit of a show you really what's going on this weekend. So once again, down these are your upper temperatures at 850 HPA. It's mild. There is a weak cold front that's pushing down across the UK during the course of this evening and overnight. Nothing seriously cold, just the uppers come down across Scotland. But this is what I've been talking about. As soon as that cold air tries to get towards the south of the UK, or in this case the Midlands and northern England, it kind of just stalls, doesn't it? And then the mild air to the south then starts to have another push, and this is what happens, and this is what's been happening a lot this winter. That milder air then pushes way up towards the north before it's even had a chance to reach the south. So this is a situation that has been fairly common this weekend, but we're going to have a renewed push of some potentially very cold air this week. We'll have a check on the snow forecast to see how far south that will get. Right, so just have a quick look at the weekend. I don't really want to dwell too much on it. Suffice to say, it is a fairly cloudy picture across England and Wales. So this is tomorrow. There will be patchy rain and drizzle across the Midlands, across Wales, across southern parts of Ireland. To the south of that front, still rather a lot of cloud, but very, very mild. To the north of the front, somewhat brighter. Probably fairly nice day across parts of northern England and parts of Northern Ireland, but there will be showers across the west and the north of Scotland, but relatively mild tomorrow. Right, by Sunday, what will happen is that front that we saw down across the Midlands will start to organise itself into a more organised band of rain. And what will happen is then that will start to move back northwards again throughout the course of Sunday. So it takes the milder air further north, and with it, it takes the milder air and the rain with it, just preceded by perhaps a little bit of snow over the higher ground of Scotland by the end of the weekend, but very mild once again. And on Sunday, a somewhat brighter day down across the south. Right, temperatures this weekend peaking. This is the maximum temperature for tomorrow. So you could be seeing a 14, possibly a 15 degrees somewhere across possibly Lincolnshire, somewhere like Coningsbury or something like that. You could be seeing sort of 14 or 15 degrees, but cooler tomorrow across the north, but still, fairly normal for the time of year. Across Ireland as well, temperatures of 8 to 10 will keep things on the mild side. On Sunday, that milder air will be pushing further north, so parts of southern Scotland, you should be in double figures by the end of the day, and you'll be joining Wales, England, and Ireland with temperatures typically in that range of sort of 10 to 12 degrees. Right, big changes are coming in the week. This is what a lot of us have come on for. So this is the jet stream on Monday morning, but just watch how the change starts. So Monday morning, the jet is still to the north of the UK, but by Monday, then Tuesday, that jet is diving further south. The colder air is coming in from the north, and this is where we bring in the risk of our return to winter and snow potential. I think it's fair to say that there is a snow event on offer somewhere across the UK on Thursday. Let's have a little look to see what the models have the take on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm firstly going to use the GFS. This is the 6, or should I say the 12 o'clock run from today. We know what happens over the weekend as we see milder air pushes in, but from Monday the 5th, the change already starts to show across Scotland. There is a cold front that will be pushing southwards throughout the course of Tuesday, bringing with it a band of rain. Notice to the north across Scotland, the air has turned colder, and there are already wintry showers just starting to push into Scotland at that stage. We move into Wednesday morning, and then that cold front is by that point sitting down across the south of the UK. Colder air is in tow across the north, with certainly some snow showers across Scotland. But then that front kind of stalls. This is what we get. This is the upper air. So let's watch and see how this plays out. So, as we've seen throughout the course of Monday, the change does start. Colder air moves down from the north, reaches Scotland quite effortlessly by midday Tuesday. Gets colder up there. We move into Wednesday. That front is moving south. So the greens is the warm upper air. Uh, Aloft to the north, we've got colder air coming down from polar or Arctic areas. But then look what happens. End of Wednesday, once again, that cold air tries to get into the north or in from the north to the south, but then it's repelled and then it's pushed back further north throughout the course of Thursday, with the colder air restricted to the north. How that plays out on the chart is as such. So, as we've seen, the cold front comes south on Wednesday. Things are all going to plan to get the cold air down towards the south coast, but then that front stalls across the south of the UK and then returns northwards, but this time as a band of quite heavy snow. So, certainly the GFS this evening are showing some heavy snow across many parts of Ireland, certainly the northern half of Ireland, over towards North Wales, across northern England for a time. Then that pushes quite quickly, steadily, northeastwards. So this is at 6 o'clock on Thursday morning, mild to the south, plenty of rain, area of low pressure sitting somewhere across the Irish Sea will be spiralling the rain to the south and snow to the north, pushing up towards the borders into Scotland before the whole thing then starts to move out of the way across towards the North Sea, with by then snow showers pushing in to many parts of eastern Scotland, but milder to the south. Right, that was the GFS's take. We'll now take a look at the ECM's take from this morning. So very, very similar. We'll just run through this weekend so we all know what's going on. It's going to become mild. That warm front marches north. It clears Scotland. We have a very mild day on Monday. But then later on Monday, the cold front starts to push down from the north, as was the case with the GFS. That pushes southwards throughout the course of Tuesday, Colder air coming in from the north, so wintry showers by the end of Tuesday, quite widely developing across northern Scotland. On Wednesday, that cold front has reached the south again, but as with the GFS, it kind of then just sort of like stalls in the English Channel, holds itself together, and then marches back northwards as a returning warm front to give another snow event. This is being shown from the ECM, so perhaps slightly milder across Ireland. I don't think the snow is going to be holding on there for too long, but it will be a transitory snow event again across northern England. This is at 12 o'clock on Thursday, so once again, the far north of England up towards Scotland, you are favoured for a snow event as things stand at the moment. Some possibly quite heavy snow to the north of this low pressure centre. Always milder to the south with westerly breezes, but again, over Scotland, where you've got this colder air digging in from the east, snow showers will be packing in later in the day. Right, we'll just take a look at the upper air temperatures and show you similar to what the GFS was showing. So throughout the course of the weekend, this weekend, mild. Changes come down from the north on Tuesday, colder air in tow. Wednesday, cold front reaches the south of England, but then look, it just sort of holds itself together. The greens means that things generally stay mild. Then we get another push of mild air. Again, taking that mild air north, keeping the snow generally over the north of the UK towards Scotland. Right, snow lovers, do not despair. There is a signal that the cold will win out towards the end of the week. And if I just run this through, as that low pressure pushes itself into the southern North Sea or in towards Denmark, there is a sign at least that colder air will start to finally advect further southwards. So perhaps by the weekend, so much colder air will be in tow across the UK. So there is still a possibility of something wintry, but I think for the south, you're probably going to have to wait until the 10th or maybe the 11th. And even then, the signal at this stage, considering it is over a week away, has to be very, very low as things stand. Keep in touch with these forecasts. There will be a lot of changes to come over the course of the next few days. That snow, rain, sleet boundary will move south, will move north. So, yeah, please do keep an eye on this. It will be an ever changing situation. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. I hope you've all had a lovely day. Have a great weekend. And please, as usual, do your liking, do your sharing, and do your subscribing. That would be absolutely fantastic. Ciao for now.